Hey there, Brian here. Wanted to bring a video to you today. I got to get out of town on a business trip where I went to Wichita Falls. It's about a little over 2 hours away northwest of here. And man, have we been having so much rain here in Dallas. I mean, for maybe the last month, it rains every day or just about every day, and so it's pretty heavy rain. So it was a huge storm when I was going out of town, and this is just a testament to my Toyo 888Rs in the back. I mean, just record amounts of rain, and it's just intense, so much rain and water on the road. And so I was headed up there, and I was like, man, I'm going out of town. I want to potentially try to, on that trip, make, a 0 to 60, a quarter mile, 60 to 130, and try to improve on some of my numbers. But man, I was like, it's so much rain, it's so risky. But I made a last-minute decision, that I could slow down. Instead of doing 80, I could do 65, and I'd probably be okay. And so, man, I left my Toyos on there instead of swapping out my P0 Nero GT tires, which I like, on the car, and I left them in the garage and left the Toyos on there because it messes up my sensors when I take tires off and rotate tires, and it's just a pain in the ass. So I left them on there. Man, the car did really well. No stumbling whatsoever, no scary moments. Even though there were lots of crash cars on the side of the road, 18-wheelers spun out in the grass. And so the car did really well. And that's just a testament to the tire choice that I made. And so on the way home, it wasn't raining and the streets dried yesterday. And I was able to do one good run, because I just wanted to get home. I didn't want to fool around and go back and around to this flat spot on the road. But let me share my times with you real quick. Okay, I just got my little cheat sheet right here. My 0 to 60 was an impressive, for me, my car is at 3.93, 0 to 60, and I can attribute that to the help of the diff brace in the back. Man, my car just didn't crank out those numbers before the brace. So yeah, 3.93, 0 to 60, 60 to 130 was a 10.74, and my quarter mile was 11.95 at 118.50 on that. This is on 93 octane with basically just a tune, a catback exhaust, and an intake. So I think that's pretty impressive. The one thing that I surely wish this car had, or we had access to, would be the availability to tune the transmission. My car is the year before I learned about this car and about the year into the ownership, I just saw a lot of people talking about the crappy transmission. And the transmission isn't crappy for general driving. It's actually a very good transmission for general driving, but racing around, I now see the weak point of the transmission. My car yesterday, even though during this run of 118.50 in the quarter mile at 11.95, my car majorly stumbled at the end of second gear and third gear. And I've shown data logs before where my car is actually slowed down during the shift. There's a dip when you zoom in, and over a very short amount of time, it actually loses 4 to 5 miles per hour in the shift under full acceleration. And I guarantee you, I mean, when I was doing the run yesterday, and I was like, man, just floor to the, foot to the floor, and feeling and trying to get the sensation and everything that's happening, me absorbing that, the momentum, the sound, the vibration. And when, that second gear and third gear shift, I was like, man, in my head, I was like, man, this is killing me. And so, if my car was shifting better, if we could have access to tune the transmission, I mean, no telling, you know, if I'd be 120, 121 miles per hour in the quarter mile. But definitely the car is massively stumbling, and you can feel the forward progression when it's shifting the gears, that it's losing power and then it picks back up. And so that was yeah, second and third gear, so ridiculous. I mean, I was very disappointed in that, but you know, the time is pretty good for 93 octane, and the car has no fueling mods. It's just on 93 octane. So, I mean, it is impressive, but just I always try to imagine what the car actually could do. And so that's the disappointing part, because it'd be really, really cool to be 120, 121 on 93 pump gas. But again, the transmission is pretty lame. I'm going to have to just come out and say that, or at least on my car. My car just doesn't shift that well. And I've experimented, and I've talked to other people, and I've had it in normal shift mode, or you know, I'm always over into the manual shifting where I'm controlling the shifts, but in sport mode, or I'm in standard mode as far as the shifting speed, and it's about the same. It doesn't matter if I'm in sport mode or if I'm in standard mode. I don't have a sport plus mode on this, you know, on the shifting speed on this car, so maybe I needed that. And it'd be cool to unlock that if there was a way to do that. You know, like some of the Dodge cars, you can go in with a taser or something and you can unlock some of the hidden features in the ECU. But definitely this car needs a transmission tune, or the availability for our tuners to go in and tune when it shifts, how much line pressure there is, and probably 10 or 15 other myriad of other parameters that they could adjust and get the car to shift better, shift points and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to bring it to you. My car is actually really just totally filthy, and but it did really, really well in the heavy rain with those rear tires. Nobody with drag radials on, with Mickey Thompsons or Hoosiers, or you know, any serious drag tire could have even fathom driving in that heavy weather, that rain, and then the next day crank out, you know, full bore, you know, quarter mile time at 118.5 miles per hour. So there is a lot of success with these Toyo R888Rs that I have, and they don't even really produce that much noise. It's really not unbearable at all, and they're pretty decent tires. Are there better tires out, even a better tire out there? I potentially think there is, and I'm not talking about drag radials or a pure drag racing tire. I want a tire for the street, but has multi-purpose, so I can drive on it and be safe, and then when I want to, I can crank out 118, 119 miles per hour. So that's my goal with this car. I want to have a daily driver that's safe and reliable and fun to drive. And so I think I've got it pretty good, just minus the shifting on the transmission. So man, I just cannot wait to the day that our tuners have access to tune all these parameters with our transmission. So with that said, that's the end of my video. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully people have found this video enjoyable, and I have fun making them. So again, I'll talk to you another time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.